The man in the distance is 45-year-old Kurt Schwabe, and he may be making history. Schwabe is taking the month of June to circumnavigate the San Francisco Bay shoreline using the San Francisco Bay Trail, and at the end of his hike every day, using public transit to get home. He's using this new boxed set of Bay Trail map cards to map out his daily excursions.
Well, we're right down here. I'm on card 1 of the Bay Trail maps. We're right down here at the Crissy Field Center towards the end. And I'm just going to be walking over here towards the Golden Gate Bridge right behind us, about a mile away. And there's a nice path right down here which the Bay Trail follows, which leads up through some stairs and then up and over the Golden Gate Bridge. When I get over the bridge, I'll be again following the Bay Trail just west of the bridge, and then it kind of loops down around here by Horseshoe Bay and Point Cavallo. And I'll be following that over by the Bay Area Discovery Museum along the East Road, all the way down here towards Swedes Beach. This is a dotted section here, so it's a planned part of the trail, but it hasn't been finalized yet. I'll be walking along the shoulder of the road there, being careful to look out for cars. Gotta look out for the cyclists, because they're taking in the views just as much as you are.
He did a warm-up walk May 31st from the Ferry Building to Crissy Field with fanfare.
On behalf of the Association of Bay Area Governments, otherwise known as ABAG, and the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, otherwise known as MTC, I'd like to welcome you to our special send-off of Bay Trail trekker Kurt Schwabe.
Schwabe grew up in Sacramento and has lived in San Francisco 20 years.
My family's always been big believers in the outdoors and the environment, and my grandfather was a huge outdoor photographer, and my dad was, or still is actually, quite an outdoorsman. So, a few months ago, I was out there on what I realized was the Bay Trail, and I saw one of the signs, and I was kind of curious what that was all about. So I Googled it and realized that there was this project to connect these trails all the way around the San Francisco Bay, and I thought, wow, how cool would it be to go out there and actually do that? And then I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, let's see if we can get some more people involved and spread the word about this project.
The Bay Trail is a visionary project that involves circling the bay, all 500 miles of it, with a walking and bicycling path that will one day allow continuous travel around the San Francisco Bay. Over 330 miles are now complete in the form of multi-use pathways, bikeways, levee-top trails, sidewalks, and eventually the Bay Trail will link the shoreline of 9 counties, passing through 47 cities and crossing all 7 toll bridges.
I mapped it around transit. I made sure that I didn't want to have to walk more than about a quarter mile, a few hundred yards, to get to my public transportation at the end of each hike.
There are a lot of tools available if you want to hike the Bay Trail, including this interactive site at baytrail.org. Kurt Schwabe is keeping a daily blog of his adventure at walkingthebaytrail.com. You can even click on the heron symbol and track him every morning by GPS. If you want his itinerary or if you want to join him, he invites you to email him at kurt_schwabe@yahoo.com.
Roughly 6 miles down, 2 to 3 to go. We'll see. Might stretch it out a bit today. I'm feeling good.
MTC made a small contribution to help Schwabe in his quest.
They stepped up and they donated 2 Clipper cards fully loaded, and I'll be using those throughout the duration of my trip.
MTC is a big supporter of the Bay Trail and has contributed $4.4 million in planning monies over the past 25 years to make the trail a reality.
Feeling good. Pretty much almost there, about a half mile to go, I suppose. I think I'll walk to the north end of Sausalito.
Kurt Schwabe is seeing the Bay Area in new, surprising ways.
Things that I wouldn't expect, things that I didn't know about. So if you look at my blog post from my first day, the kickoff day, I call it from a walk from present to past, because that's what I was doing. It was super cool. First day down, 28 more to go. I'm gonna need one of these. Although 511.org pretty much handles it all, and you can plan your trips. But on the fly, this would be very good to have.
Take a look at some of the photos he took the first day of his 30-day trek as he sees the Bay Area with a new appreciation of its beauty. Tracking Kurt Schwabe on his 320-mile trek of the San Francisco Bay Trail, I'm Mark Jones reporting.